As a creative person, one of the fundamental aspects of the value that you present to this world is your ability to make people feel something. And by feel something, I say allowing them, basically probing the person and allowing them to connect with emotions that exist within them by means of resonating energies. When you say that, it almost sounds magical, which I truly believe it is. But let me help you understand the risk that comes with that, especially in a world that forces everyone, or as many people as possible, to be consumers by making the creative path look as scary as possible. When you are a true creative, you have to realize that you don't have the luxury of just being able to skate by in society anymore under the radar. What you produce is going to force people to generate an opinion, force people to say something, force people to react in a certain way, but people will be forced to move beyond who they were before they consumed what you're presenting. And that can be very overwhelming, especially for somebody who doesn't have a foundational sense of self-confidence and commitment, or at least like structure to protect them from the weathering of like external critique and opinions. So many creatives end up internalizing this critique coming from other people who are rejecting their work, who don't understand them, and say, you know what, maybe I'm not a creative artist. Like maybe let me just put this on the shelf and be like whatever everybody else wanted me to be. Not knowing that rejection is an indicator that you are on the path doing what you're supposed to be doing. And now that rejection should be what pushes you into, inspires you in the direction of finding people who do appreciate your art, or at least desire to help you and support you in actualizing the art, the work, the value that you desire to express from yourself. And I guarantee you there's people out there that do that. And literally, just as much as people can reject you, others can receive you and love you and respect where you are on your journey and where they see you going. But if you're fortunate enough to even get to this point in the journey before just absolutely crashing out, chasing the validation of people who don't give a fuck about you or your journey, or even understand what it means to be a creative, or an industry that just seeks to exploit you for the value that you can create, it, not yourself or society, then you're going to realize that the creative journey and the intentions that you put behind this stuff has to be internal. And I don't mean that in a sense of like you have to wake up and tell yourself every single day you're going to be a superstar, which you do. I'm saying that to say you have to get to a point where this journey that you're on isn't about the fans validating you. It's not about the stars that you may meet. It's not about the places that you go necessarily. It's about your relationship with yourself and your reality, and utilizing your abilities to be creative and be unique and different to actualize a new truth into this reality, to hopefully inspire somebody else who diverges from the traditional NPC path to feel more inclined to choose that inner calling, that inner voice that's screaming out for them to chase their dreams, rather than continue to suppress that or escape from that to submit to a society that, again, is not serving any of us. But don't leave this video without knowing, as a creative, the point is to make people feel. Of course, you have to be weary, have some discernment as to like, okay, well, are people shitting on me because I'm really doing something negative and like wrong? Or are people shitting on me because they just don't understand where I'm at with this yet? And I still, even if it's just to myself, must prove that I deserve to hold this title and I deserve to express myself from this avenue, from this platform, from this way, in this way. And allow others to come and join you in that awareness, or allow your awareness to adapt to one that is more authentic to your soul, and realize that you have the validation, you have the permission, or you're the one that's supposed to give yourself permission to make those changes. Fuck these other people, bro. They're never going to understand you. But As a creative artist, we don't need to necessarily be understood, especially by a society full of people who don't create, especially don't connect with their real emotions and soul. We just create the tools in our arts, in our expressions, to allow these people to connect better with themselves. And in that, we create a more aware, a more conscious society for us to not only create great art, but for that art to be appreciated and our culture to benefit collectively as a whole, of just allowing yourself to be the artist, and that's all. And let the rest show up when it shows up. Keep the main thing the main thing. Understand that you're here with a purpose, with a mission. Even if you think that you just sing songs in your bedroom, bro, or you just draw little art pieces for fun and hang them up in your bedroom. We as artists came here to inspire, I don't even know what, but something. And it requires us to be responsible for our authenticity and feeling shameless in sharing that.